Hey guys, welcome back. Moving you to a better quality of life, Dr. Meleeka Clary is a clinical psychologist specializing in a wide range of counseling from depression and anxiety to couples and marriage. You can catch her global podcast on Bold Brave TV titled The Dr. Meleeka Clary Show. She's here today to talk about her new film, which is based on true events. Welcome, Dr. Clary.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You drove all the way down from Indiana. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, yes. My flight was delayed, so I got in a car and I drove.
Well, we're so excited. I mean, that shows tenacity. So your podcast is every Thursday at 2 p.m. and it focuses on positive psychology. How would you describe that?
It is actually the identification of oneself. We're all human beings, but do you know who you are? So I ask everyone, and it doesn't matter if you're a celebrity, doesn't matter if you're a lawyer, doctor, judge, you're a human being. And I want to know, who do you identify yourself? Because I've done research on one individual who's a guest on my show, but that doesn't mean that they identify themselves as that.
Right, right. So interesting. So I would imagine having a podcast, you have a lot of guests on your show cycling through.
Yes.
People will call and write in, and it's got to be very interesting. And in fact, you've got a new film based on true events. Was that taken from your podcast?
No, it wasn't.
Was it from your life?
Somewhat of my life, something I went through.
Oh,
Three Corners of Deception, available on Prime Video. It is something that I want to say it's judicial deception, and it has something to do with lawmakers doing something like somewhat of the Good Old Boy Network, but I'm not going to tell you everything. You have to see the movie.
Well, of course. So it's about the obstacles that you went through when you were a judge, right? Or a judge. I'm sorry, a judge recused himself from a case of yours.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. What were some of the obstacles in making the film?
Well, you know what? I filmed my movie in a real setting, court setting. So some officers had an issue about me filming because their friends would be exposed. So I went up to that, but there was a nice judge that did not deal with any of that. He didn't feel that that was necessary. He let me film because, you know, I pay taxes. So anybody who pays taxes should be able to utilize the court system.
Well, that's absolutely right.
Yeah,
all right.
exactly.
So the film is very interesting. How did you choose your cast?
Well, they auditioned just like everyone else. But you know what? Because I went through it, I knew what that character was, you know, who that person should be or act like. So I guided the individuals. Yeah. And, you know, it was difficult because I have to say, I had a lot of talent in my movie. Right. I mean, a lot of talent.
Well, you know, as films go and as true life films go, there's a portion of it that is, of course, true. Some people have to be, you know, combined with other characters to make a story flow. How much of it is true and how much of it is Hollywood?
Well, I have to say this, and this is what I would tell anyone. Look up my case, and then you'll know what's true or not, because it's public records. Right. And there's a lot of things that is true. I mean, I had to do some things that I didn't want to do. I mean, I had to take a sheriff department to court. Right. We settled out of court. That should tell you something.
That's a scary thing.
Very much so.
But you've had videos that have gone viral, and people know this case, so it's not unfamiliar to a lot of people. But I think the movie will certainly shed some light on how difficult that was for you to go through.
I hope so, because it's survival. I mean, I still go through things now. It's still things happening behind the scenes here. Right. But I deal with it with a positive attitude.
Well, and I'm sure it's very helpful as a clinical psychologist for you to come out and help other people who are also going through similar stresses. You also have an upcoming film, The Boston Girls.
Oh yes, now that is a film, because I'm from Boston originally. So that's a little bit about my upbringing, but it's really fun, and it's about 5 characters, and they're different dimensions. I want to say adolescence, teenager, then probably like adulthood. All right. And, you know, I won't tell you much about that.
Well, of course, we've got to see the film. We can't have any spoilers here. Well,
that's right.
Dr. Meleeka Clary, you can listen to her podcast and also look for her upcoming film, The Boston Girls, and your film out now called?
Yes, Three Corners of Deception. Available on Prime Video.
All right, Prime Video. Thanks so much, Doc.
Thank you for having me.
just hoped if I did meet someone, that they would be a positive person to meet. Everything he was saying and doing was making me fall in love with him.